Welcome, everybody, to the Water Relief Podcast on the Fish on First Podcast Network. I'm here with Marlins closer, AJ Puck. He was acquired from the Oakland Athletics in a trade for JJ Bleday in the late offseason. I'm finally back within the rules of water relief. I had Brian Hoeing on for the last episode. He started a game, so I don't know. Messing with the rules. This is a relievers podcast, and he's encroaching on the rules. If you have any complaints, please file them to Eli or me. But we're here with AJ Puck. First off, how you doing?
I'm doing good. No complaints.
So we'll start with the trade. How did you get the news? What was your reaction? Where were you?
So I was already in Arizona getting ready for the A spring training, and I was just hanging out, and I got a phone call from the A's GM and telling me that they're about to trade me, and then Kim called me right after, and it was definitely crazy. I wasn't expecting it at all because I was 3 days away from being in the A for spring and preparing for that, and I got the phone call, but it was definitely exciting and happy to be here.
So I know you and Jesus Luzardo have a friendship from, apparently from what I hear, forever. So you also went to University of Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So coming back over here, back to close to where you, not close, it's like a 10-hour drive, but close to where you went to college and to where some of your family is. Your brother Owen is here in FIU. What was your feeling towards that, and what was your excitement level?
I was definitely really excited to be traded here to Miami. From going to college out in the University of Florida, and then a lot of my buddies from college to live out in Florida, and then have my little brother here down at FIU playing baseball, and just excited that I was gonna be able to be around him for majority of the time, and it was definitely awesome, and having Luzardo already over here helped the transition really easy for sure.
So on your brother Owen, he's coming off of Tommy John surgery, obviously. What advice have you given him in his young career so far, and have you gone out to see him pitch and when their season gets going, and do you see a little bit of yourself in Owen?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I kind of told everybody that the reason why he went to a lower, not like a high Division I, like I did, just because I was 2 inches taller and left-handed. He was still throwing the same as hard as I was when I was a senior in high school, and he was just right-handed. And everyone nowadays throws 100 right now, but he's going to come back from this injury. He's doing everything that he can for it, and he's gonna be what he wants to be for sure. And I'm excited to see what he can achieve when he's fully healthy again.
So, what was your college recruiting process like, and how does it compare to what we see nowadays?
So I always knew I wanted to play college baseball and try to play professionally, and I knew that was my route, and at the time I was playing football still, and I wasn't getting recruited at all ever, and I was going into my junior year, and I didn't have any offers, and you kind of just look around like everyone's kind of committing already, like their freshman, sophomore year, junior year, and I was asked to play a couple tournaments with they're now called the Eagle Shield Canes, but at the time they were just called the Canes, and so I was asked to play with them in a couple, like the bigger perfect game tournaments down in Florida during the fall, and that's just kind of where some schools saw me, and it happened real fast after that.
So, you played in the College World Series, and the College World Series going on right now. UF being in Omaha right now. Is there any player on that team that catches your eye right now? And how much have you been paying attention?
Yeah, I haven't seen much, but I know my little brothers actually, they play together in a couple teams. I think they're buddies. I don't know if they're still buddies now, if they just but in high school, Jack, the lefty pitcher that's hitting pitches, I'm blanking on his last name. He's got like 30-some home runs.
Castiglione?
Yeah, I think Jack Castiglione.
Jack.
Okay.
I'm terrible with names.
Well, same here. But no, I know he's kind of got it going. I know he throws real hard, left-handed pitcher, and he's hitting 30-plus home runs. You know, kind of like the Ohtani of college baseball, I guess. And so I mean, that's definitely cool to see, and cool to see those guys in the championship for sure.
So you went through the whole draft process. What was it like for you, and were there any other teams other than the Athletics that had reached out to you that were interested in you, and what was that whole experience like?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of, just talking to my agent, I mean, at UF, they kind of had, we had a lot of guys that were going to get drafted, so, I mean, the scouts were always around, and then we kind of had, like, our pro days where the teams would just line up, and all the players would just, like, rotate from team to team, and they'd interview us, and so, I mean, I was definitely in contact with a bunch of different teams and didn't really know, just my agent kind of had an idea of where it was going to go, but even up to like the last minute, it was just kind of up in there. Like, you could go here, you could go here, or you kind of see what happens. But as probably like 10 minutes before, he kind of was like, all right, this is what's going to happen. It's going to go boom, boom, boom. We're looking at either you with the A's or actually the Marlins, the 7th pick, and because I think we went one right before Braxton.
Yeah.
And so I kind of, it was definitely exciting. All my family was there. You know, it was definitely a real cool experience.
So shortly after that, you played in the Futures game here in Miami.
Yeah.
What was that whole experience like? I was there with my father, and I distinctly remember when you were pitching, because I just found your name very interesting.
Yeah.
And I just, like, from all the names, I'm like, AJ, he looks like a cool dude.
With the long hair too.
Long
back
hair,
then.
yeah, the long hair back then. You were tall and all the things. What was that whole experience like? And getting to play in this ballpark, do you ever reminisce about that experience?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, especially when I was traded over here, Tanner Scott, because I was teammates with him then, and so I mean we talked about that a little bit. But no, that was definitely probably one of my favorite experiences for sure in professional baseball was, you know, being able to go to that Futures game and be down here in Miami. I had a couple of my college buddies come down, and they stayed with me at the hotel, and I had all my dad and all my uncles came down. So I mean, it was just a fun experience. You know, a lot of you know, activities to do outside of baseball during that time, and it was just really fun.
So you're drafted and developed by the A's. Obviously, there's a lot of news swirling around with them right now. I'm assuming you spent some time playing for the Las Vegas Aces. Not the Aces. The Aviators.
Yeah.
Wow. I apologize.
That's right, new team.
The Aviators. What are your thoughts on the whole situation with Oakland now that they're moving to Las Vegas?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely sad to see just all the Oakland fans. You know, it's definitely disappointing with them, you know, losing the Raiders, and then the Golden State Warriors moving to San Francisco out of the Oakland area, and then now the A's team. So I mean, it's definitely hit on the community, and you know, I definitely feel for some of those, you know, diehard A's fans and everything. But you know, at the same time, I think, you know, Vegas is going to be probably a real fun city for a big league team to have. You know, just a lot of excitement in that city, especially just being down there in AAA. I mean, it was definitely fun, and even our AAA games were sold out pretty much almost every night that we're there. And so I only can imagine what's going to be like for big league teams. I know the Knights, the hockey team, those fans go crazy for them, and you know, they're always packed out. And so I mean, there's good and bad with everything, and it's going to be definitely kind of like cool to see what happens for sure.
So before I get into major league stuff, you grew up in Minnesota. Were you a Twins fan?
I was just born in Minnesota, but I grew up in Iowa.
Ooh. So what was your favorite team growing up?
I was a St. Louis Cardinals fan.
Cardinals fan?
Yeah.
Who was your favorite player?
I mean, I was Albert Pujols and for a hitter, and then like pitcher like Chris Carpenter.
Chris Carpenter.
Yeah.
All right. So this season you've been the team's primary closer. How different is the mindset of the pitcher in the ninth inning compared to any other inning in the game? And where at times you can still find yourself in high leverage situations, but nothing really compares to the ninth. How's that mindset change, and how have you dealt with that?
Yeah, I mean, there's kind of, just knowing that, you're there to end the game and get those 3 outs and, finish and get the win. And, but for me, I had a little bit of experience towards the end of the year last year with the A's, and now, I just kind of, for me, it just helps me just think, like, if I was going to pitch, the 3rd inning or the 5th inning or the 9th, every time the goals go up there and just not let up any runs and just get outs. So, that's just kind of what I just kind of think out there. Just want to attack the headers, get ahead, and then, just whatever happens, happens.
So how, in your opinion, how do you think you've changed as a pitcher, if you have, between last year and this year? Was there anything that you worked on over the offseason, anything specific that you wanted to pinpoint to improve upon? How have you changed your mindset?
Yeah, well, the A's told me I was going to have a chance to start for them, so the whole season I was preparing to start, so I kind of changed up my whole pitching arsenal. I was going to add a cutter, the big slider that I'm throwing now, and the split finger that I throw a little bit here and there. And so when I got traded over, I knew it was going to be for a bullpen job. And
was there any disappointment?
A little bit, just because, I was drafted as a starter, and then my whole first year I was starting, then I had Tommy John, and then I was moved to the bullpen so I could get up to the big leagues faster with come back from Tommy John and help the A's out in the playoffs, and a little playoff run that they had in 2019. And it would have been cool to start again, but at the same time, I enjoy, the bullpen, and just over the years, just kind of just learning my mentality for becoming a bullpen pitcher. And so things I worked on was just when I go over here was just really just getting that like what everyone calls now the sweeper down, and just really just trying to learn that. And so I knew that was gonna be a big pitch for me, either starting or relieving. And so that was the biggest thing. And then again, just being the closer, just getting used to that role, and that just comes with experience. So
when you come into the game in the 9th inning and your team's up by a couple runs and they shut the lights and they do the whole light show and they play your intro song, how much do you feed off of that energy? And does it ever psych you out when you're going out there and all of a sudden the lights go out?
No, it's definitely cool. It's definitely kind of look forward to it, like just being able to jog out and the lights turn off. It's definitely kind of cool experience, and I thought it's been real fun doing it. And I like the song that I have, and they go for it, and so I think I enjoy it.
So Mel Stottlemyre Jr. is considered one of the best pitching coaches in the league. How much has he helped you refine your technique and your control and everything this year? He's been great. Ever since I got traded over, he was real asking me questions about what I'd like to do, and just try to learn as much as he could about me. And I was kind of sending him all the new the pitches that we're throwing, and then we kind of just worked out in spring training, just kind of like what we liked, what pitches we liked, what we didn't like, and just kind of just slowly just fine-tuned it over spring training. And then into the season, he's been really well, just giving me just little small little reminders with my mechanics, just so I can just repeat it over and over. And if he sees something while I'm in the game, I'm not, throwing as many strikes as I should be, and then I'll take a mound meeting, and he'll just remind me of those little points and then get me back on track. So he's been helpful for sure. So I want to not really wrap up, but and I call these rapid fire questions, but I got scolded because they take a while. So just want to start off with a couple quick ones. Who's the toughest hitter you've had to face in Major Leagues?
The toughest hitter? It's always hard. There's so many good hitters. I'm trying to think of who really has one. I remember facing a Rise last year. He seemed like he was on everything, fouling pitches off, and but Yeah, I can't think right now of who's got my number. But I mean, there's definitely a couple guys out there. But yeah, I'm blanking.
On the rise, how much fun is it to watch him do what he does?
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, sometimes when he doesn't get a hit, you're disappointed. You know, it's just kind of you just expect him to go up there and just up here as a knock.
It's newsworthy when he doesn't hit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I remember facing him, and it was just he just seemed like he was on everything.
So who's the funniest teammate in your opinion?
The funniest teammate? I mean, there's a lot of funny guys here. You know, I think Tanner's pretty funny. I mean, Arise is pretty funny too. He's always pretty loud, going around. I mean, nutty. And then now we got Archie that just showed up. He's been a good.
I've heard he's a really funny guy.
Yes, I mean the bullpen's a bunch of funny guys down there. I mean, Oki's hilarious too. I mean, it's just it's hard to pick just one.
So who in your opinion is the team hype man?
The hype man? I'll probably say Arise. You know, every day he's got the same energy and goes around, makes sure everyone's feeling good and gets everybody going for sure.
What's your favorite ballpark?
Oof. I mean, I think it's hard to go against Boston. I remember playing there last year. I mean, it was just fun. I really like the Mound too. There's a lot of other good ballparks. I like the new Ranger Stadium, but I don't know if that's just the way Chef. They got really good food there. I like that a lot, but I mean, I'll probably go Boston.
What's your least favorite ballpark?
My least favorite? Oof. I mean, I don't want to say the A's, but because I was there for a long time. But I mean, I didn't like I didn't mind
a lot of people
A's.
don't like the Coliseum because of the exposed bullpens and the.
Yeah, but I got used to it, and I mean, when I was there over time, I was like, it's not too bad. But no, I really can't think of I kind of enjoy seeing all the parks, and I don't think there's a bad baseball park.
What's your favorite song?
My favorite song, right now, or all time? I mean, I don't know. I don't have a.
Let's go with both. Go first with your all-time favorite and what your favorite song is now.
So I don't know if I have an all-time favorite.
You brought it up.
Well, I didn't know what you're kind of looking for, but right now, I don't know. I kind of mix it up a lot, but maybe I guess more artists. Cause I don't know if I have a favorite song right now, but
that's fine. Who's your favorite artist?
I mean, right now, probably the guy I listen to the most he's called Fuego Bass.
I'm not a big music guy.
No, he's just like kind of like an underground hip hop artist.
So, who in the clubhouse are you giving the aux chord to?
The aux chord to, I mean, since we got him, Archie Bradley's kind of taken over. He's been playing a little bit of everything, little Spanish songs, little hip hop, little country. So he makes all the guys happy that they want to hear. So I mean, he's been doing a good job.
Who are you not giving the aux to?
Who am I not? I don't know. Some guys say me. So I put things on. They've taken me off it fast. I was like, all right, but yeah, I'll go with myself.
So you said that you love the Rangers ballpark because of the away chef, but which city has the best food, in your opinion?
Man, I probably gotta go with Miami. You know, I've been enjoying. If I don't like the post game meal, I can just go outside and just walk a couple blocks, and there's just a bunch of food that I can eat. And they're open up late, so I mean, I've been really enjoying the food in Miami.
What's the weirdest thing you've had to autograph?
I mean, I've autographed. It was probably like some guy's arm. It was in short season in Brooklyn. I was after the game, and he's had me just sign his form. I was like, it's going to wash off. He's like, oh, no, I won't shout for a little bit, I guess. But I'd probably say, yeah, some guy's forearm.
What is one thing people don't know about AJ Puck?
That I don't know? That's a tough question. I don't know, probably a lot, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say to those answers, I guess.
Like, do you have any secret talent or secret hobby or something interesting about you?
No, I guess I'm just just a boring old guy. I don't know.
So you're the fourth guy to say I'm just a boring guy. You're a Major League Baseball player.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't got anything crazy, I guess.
All right. Before we wrap up, is there any message you have for fans? Any shout outs you want to give before we wrap up here?
No, not too much. I appreciate all the support from the fans coming out, and the crowds seem to have been getting stronger and stronger as we keep winning. So I hope they just keep coming out and keep supporting us, and hopefully we keep playing well.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. This has been the Water Relief Podcast on the Fish on First Podcast Network. I have no idea what day this is going out. We're recording this on the 22nd of June. So if anything happens, it's not my fault. And yeah, we'll be back very soon with another Marlins reliever, unless Hoeing decides to break the rules again. Thank you everyone for watching.